The Tetris Effect, Neuroplasticity, and Cognitive Imprinting, a blueprint for entrepreneurial success. Introduction, the power of patterns. Imagine this, you've spent hours playing Tetris. As you lay in bed, you can't stop seeing the game's iconic shapes falling in your mind, arranging themselves perfectly into rows. This phenomenon, known as the Tetris effect, might seem like a quirky byproduct of gaming, but it's much more profound. It's a window into how our brains process repetitive patterns and adapt to them, with implications far beyond video games. Now, what if I told you the same principles that make the Tetris effect possible also govern how entrepreneurs develop habits, solve problems, and build success? By understanding concepts like neuroplasticity and cognitive imprinting, we can unlock tools to reshape our minds for entrepreneurial achievement. Part 1, what is the Tetris effect? The Tetris effect refers to the mental phenomenon where prolonged engagement in an activity starts to influence how we think and perceive the world. Named after the 1980s video game Tetris, players reported seeing falling blocks in their minds even after they stopped playing. Some even began to view real-world objects as pieces they could fit into imagined spaces. But the Tetris effect isn't confined to video games. It's a broader cognitive response to repeated exposure to patterns. For example, a stock trader might constantly spot price trends in daily life. A musician may hear rhythms and melodies in the hum of an air conditioner. An entrepreneur might always look for inefficiencies in processes and think of solutions. The key takeaway: what you repeatedly focus on shapes your mental lens. Part 2, the science behind the Tetris effect. At its core, the Tetris effect is powered by neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. Our brains are malleable, constantly adapting to the demands we place on them. Every thought, action, or behavior reinforces neural pathways, making it easier to repeat those patterns. Neurons that fire together, wire together. This phrase captures the essence of neuroplasticity. When you perform an action or think about something repeatedly, the neural pathways associated with that activity strengthen. Think of it as carving a path in a forest. The more you walk the trail, the clearer it becomes, making it easier to navigate the next time. Cognitive imprinting. This refers to how repeated behaviors or thoughts become deeply ingrained in our minds. If you engage in problem solving regularly, your brain imprints that behavior, making you more likely to approach challenges with a problem solving mindset. In essence, the Tetris effect is an everyday example of neuroplasticity and cognitive imprinting in action. It demonstrates how the brain adapts to focus on patterns it deems important. Part 3, connecting the dots to entrepreneurship. As an entrepreneur, your success depends on your ability to identify opportunities, solve problems, and make decisions under pressure. These abilities aren't innate. They're skills that can be cultivated. Here's how the principles of the Tetris effect, neuroplasticity, and cognitive imprinting relate to entrepreneurship. Recognizing patterns in business, entrepreneurs who consistently focus on market trends, customer behavior, and operational efficiency develop a heightened ability to spot patterns others miss. Example, Steve Jobs famously connected the dots between technology and design, recognizing the need for beautifully designed consumer electronics, developing a solution-oriented mindset. Just as a Tetris player instinctively finds ways to fit blocks, successful entrepreneurs develop the habit of seeking solutions rather than dwelling on problems. This habit is built through repeated practice in tackling challenges head-on, building resilience through mental conditioning. The entrepreneurial journey is filled with failures and setbacks. By consciously focusing on growth and learning from mistakes, entrepreneurs can rewire their brains to view obstacles as opportunities. This mirrors the sage perspective in positive intelligence, interpreting challenges as gifts. a direct application of cognitive imprinting, creativity through neuroplasticity. By engaging in activities that stretch your creativity, like brainstorming or experimenting with new ideas, you strengthen the neural pathways associated with innovation. Over time, creativity becomes second nature. Part 4, practical steps to harness the Tetris effect for entrepreneurs. If the Tetris effect and neuroplasticity are tools for shaping the brain, how can you use them intentionally? Here's a step-by-step guide. Step 1, identify the patterns you want to reinforce. Ask yourself, what behaviors or thought patterns will make me a better entrepreneur? Examples include critical thinking, optimism, innovation. And once identified, design daily activities to practice these traits. Step 2, use repetition to strengthen neural pathways. Focus on consistency. Like playing Tetris every day strengthens the ability to recognize patterns. Daily habits build the traits you want. Examples for entrepreneurs. Set aside time each morning to review your business metrics, training your mind to spot trends. Practice daily gratitude to foster positivity and resilience. Step 3, create a feedback loop. Measure progress. Monitor how your mindset and behaviors are evolving. For example, keep a journal to track how you handled challenges and celebrate progress. Ask for feedback from mentors or peers to identify areas of growth. Reinforce success. Positive reinforcement strengthens neural pathways, so reward yourself for progress. Step 4, limit negative cognitive imprints. Just as you can imprint positive habits, you can also inadvertently reinforce negative ones. Watch out for dwelling on failures, procrastination, overanalyzing mistakes. Actionable tip. When you notice these patterns, interrupt them by refocusing on solutions or taking a small positive action. Step 5, leverage visualization. Neuroscience shows that visualizing success activates the same neural pathways as actually experiencing it. This primes your brain to pursue those outcomes. Entrepreneurial application. Spend 5 minutes a day visualizing your business achieving its goals. Imagine the details, how it feels, looks, and impacts others. Part 5, the Tetris Effect as a cautionary tale. While the Tetris Effect is a powerful tool, it has a downside if left unchecked. Over-focusing on a single activity or perspective can lead to mental rigidity. For entrepreneurs, this might manifest as overworking without balance, leading to burnout, becoming so focused on one problem that you miss other opportunities. And to avoid this, cultivate mental agility by exposing yourself to diverse experiences. Read widely, not just about your industry. Network with people from different backgrounds to gain fresh perspectives. Part 6, real life examples of the Tetris effect in entrepreneurship. Elon Musk and first principles thinking. Musk consistently applies first principles thinking, a problem-solving approach that deconstructs complex issues into fundamental truths. His repeated practice of this mindset allows him to tackle diverse challenges, from electric cars to space exploration. Sarah Blakely and resilience, the founder of Spanx, credits her success to reframing failure. She repeatedly asked herself, what did I learn after setbacks? This habit reshaped her brain to view failure as a stepping stone to success. Jeff Bezos and customer obsession. Bezos instilled a culture of customer obsession at Amazon. By constantly focusing on improving the customer experience, he reinforced this pattern across his team, driving Amazon's growth. Conclusion, a game-changing mindset for entrepreneurs. The Tetris effect, neuroplasticity, and cognitive imprinting are more than just interesting theories. They're actionable principles that can transform your entrepreneurial journey. By consciously shaping your mental patterns, you can become more resilient, innovative, and solution-oriented. Here's your challenge. Take control of the game in your mind. Decide what patterns you want to focus on, repeat them consistently, and watch as your brain rewires itself for success. Like Tetris, entrepreneurship is about fitting the pieces together. but with these tools, you'll always find a way to win.